and the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Tuesday, February 18th. We begin with IMPD and the hunt for two suspects in a shooting involving a rideshare vehicle on the Far East Side. IMPD says the rideshare driver was picking up two teens just after 9:30 last night at Amber Woods Apartments on Midhofer, south of 38th Street, when two people told him to get out of the car. Police say the driver sped away and the suspects fired shots at the vehicle, hitting the driver and a teen girl. The driver managed to make it to a laundromat at 38th and Midhofer, where police were called. Officers say the victims were stable when they were taken to a hospital, and police are reminding you to use caution when using rideshare services.
Let someone know that you're being picked up by a ride-sharing service and let them follow you, maybe through like a Life 360 or an app that allows you to track their location, and have them let them know, hey, I made it or whatever. It's always good to let someone know when you're being picked up.
Police are asking anyone with information to contact IMPD or Crime Stoppers. The Mooresville High School student arrested for planning a school shooting on Valentine's Day is due in court today. Police say Trinity Shockley told them the shooting had been planned for at least a year and claimed to admire Nicholas Cruz, who killed 17 people at Parkland High School in Florida in 2018. Online court records show Shockley is scheduled for a bond hearing. Right now, we are working to find out when formal charges might be filed against a man in connection with 4 separate shootings that happened on the same day. Police say Mekhi Bryant shot at 4 homes back on January 16th across the city. Police say one of the shootings injured a person on Waterford Place near West 71st Street on the north side. Police say no one was hurt in the other 3 shootings. Officers say they were able to connect shell casings recovered to a gun they found on Bryant when he was arrested last Thursday. Turning now to IMPD. The new defense team for the man convicted in the Delphi murders case has filed a new motion asking for a new trial. News 8's Danielle Zolkowski reports.
Richard Allen's attorney filed this motion after meeting with Ricky Davis at the Newcastle Correctional Facility where he's being held. Davis says other men confessed to the Delphi murders, and he told prosecutors before Allen's trial last fall.
Ricky Davis told attorney Andrew Baldwin Ron Logan confessed to being involved in the Delphi murders, and that 2 others were also involved. Davis also told Baldwin Keegan Klein revealed information to him about the Delphi murders that Logan also revealed several years earlier. Davis told Richard Allen's attorney he wrote letters to the prosecution explaining these confessions. The defense team is asking for these letters in their motion to preserve evidence. Baldwin told me, I'm doing my due diligence to see if these letters were sent out. We also have an independent witness that says the prosecution received them. This comes as part of a back and forth between prosecution and defense. The prosecution refuted Davis's claims, saying he failed the lie detector test and provided incorrect information about the case. Experts with the Murder Sheet podcast find the claims uncredible.
I just don't find that credible. I think this would be more powerful if it was from someone else in maybe different circumstances. But coming from this guy at this late date, I'm very skeptical of this.
When you look back at the history of this case, the defense has a tendency to make extravagant charges, for lack of a better word, that don't necessarily tend to pan out.
Baldwin tells News 8 he wants to know if these letters to the prosecution exist, and if they do, why he was not given a copy before the trial. He says he has not heard back from Carroll County prosecutor Nick McLeland.
Baldwin says if this motion is successful, it could eventually lead to a new trial with new evidence. Danielle Zolkowski, ITeam8, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
Leaders of an East Side church say they plan to rebuild after a fire damaged their building. The Indianapolis Fire Department says it took them and crews from Lawrence about 2 hours to control the fire yesterday afternoon at the Church of the Living God at 38th and Shadeland. Firefighters on scene say they believe the fire started due to an overloaded power strip. IFD says crews were able to recover a 50-year-old organ from the collapse area of the church. No injuries have been reported. Let's talk sports. The Indiana Fever continued their off-season overhaul, signing a player already a familiar face to some in Indiana. Yesterday, the Fever announced they signed free agent forward Brianna Turner. She started Notre Dame and helped them to a national title back in 2018. Turner spent 5 seasons with the Phoenix Mercury and last season with the Chicago Sky. The defensive specialist has earned all defensive team honors twice in her career. Turner is the latest addition to a Fever roster that now features 5 All-Stars and the last 2 WNBA Rookies of the Year in Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. And Turner's alma mater is now the number 1 ranked women's college team in the country, according to the latest AP poll. That's the first time they have been ranked 1 in more than 6 years. Notre Dame has won 18 in a row. They beat Duke last night, 64-49. When it comes to the weather, we are seeing frigid temperatures and even some snow in some areas. Meteorologist Tara Hastings has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
It's going to be cold for the next couple of days, too. We're also tracking some snow. Yippee, right? We're going to see the possibility of a few slick spots over the next couple of mornings. Live look downtown here. This is the Ferris wheel at the Children's Museum. We've got mostly cloudy conditions in play. Right now, it is 8 degrees. That's it. The wind out of the north at about 9 miles per hour, creating a wind chill. Feels like temperature at 5 below. We are at 4 in Lafayette, 5 in Kokomo, and 7 in Muncie. But you factor in the light wind, and we've got these feels like temperatures sub-zero. Feels like 4 below right now in Bloomington, 7 below in Lafayette, and 2 below zero right now in Muncie and in Richmond. Storm tracker is dry right now in Indianapolis, but a little bit farther southward, we do have a little bit of some very light snow, a few flurries coming down across parts of Ellettsville and Bloomington, maybe a dusting in some spots here early this morning, but that's about it. Otherwise, just mostly cloudy conditions. 12 expected by lunchtime today under cloudy skies, and we'll only get up to 15 later in the afternoon. But look at the wind chill values. These are the feels like temperatures. They will stay into the single digits later this afternoon. So incredibly cold conditions expected for the day today, and not really going to see too much in the way of sunshine at all. 15 in Richmond as well, 18 in Bloomington and Columbus, and 16 later this afternoon in Lafayette. We are going to be talking about another cold night, but also tracking some snow later on tonight for parts of the state. We'll talk much more about the snow that we will see, all in my full forecast.
To get a peek at Tara's full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Tuesday, February 18th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.